What up, peeps? Welcome to a pickup video. For those of you who are new to the channel and maybe have not seen any of my pickup videos before, it is basically a recap of all the stuff that I've added to my collection since the last pickup video that I filmed. So some people only watch these videos, they don't care about the vlogs. Some people are the opposite way, they don't care about the pickup videos, they only care about the vlogs. And, you know, either way is fine. Hopefully you guys will enjoy both. So everything in the pickup video you most likely have seen in the vlogs already, but this stuff is going back to January, so it's been quite some time, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and we're going to start off with the really big boxed items, these systems first. So, we have the NES Challenge Set. Now obviously I have a bunch of NESs in my collection, but I go for all the different box variants and stuff, so I didn't have the challenge set. This one came into the store, so I'm adding this one to the collection. We also, probably the coolest system out of here, we got the Halo Clear Green Edition Original Xbox. This one also came into the store. It's the clear green one there. Very cool. It's missing the top pieces of styrofoam for the box. It's got the two bottom pieces, but it's missing the top ones. Luckily, we just picked up two more Xboxes, which are still at the store. One of those might be going into my collection, I'm not sure, but either way, I'm going to take the styrofoam from the other one that I'm not keeping and use it to complete this one here. So, next up, this came into the store while I was gone. I was down in Florida, and Abby took this in at the store. This is the box for a Sega Game Gear. Super cool, don't have one yet. There's no system in here, but Richard is working on recapping one for me that I can put in the box here so that I'll actually have a working one. It's got the styrofoam and everything, and the box is in really nice shape. It's got two little punctures in the back, but other than that, it's in really nice condition. So, very glad to add that one to the collection. Oops, dropping one over here. Also, another box only. I picked this up while I was in Florida. This is the Mario Party 7 Deluxe bonus set thing for the GameCube. Originally, it comes with a black system, black controller, and then it comes with an extra indigo controller and the Mario Party 7 game with the microphone. So, this is literally box only. There are no styrofoam, no cardboard inserts or anything. I can easily get a GameCube to put in here. I can easily get a copy of the game. It's not going to be super easy to track down the inserts, so this is pretty much just going to be a placeholder for me until I find a fully complete one sometime in the future. Next, I'm not sure if I showed this one in my last pickup video or not, because it's still sitting here, but I'm going to show it anyway. This is the Super Mario Maker bundle for the Wii U. This one is also box only. It has the inserts, but no system, no amiibo, which is not a big deal. I can always track those down. The box is the hardest part to find from this, so I thought that was pretty cool, and it's in really nice shape. Someone just gave this to me at the store. They just gave it to the store for free, so I decided to keep that. And then one thing here that is not a system box, but it is a bigger box, is the box for Rob the Robot. Now, this box, I think we paid like $10 for at the store. It is in horrible condition, and it's just the box, once again, but there's the top of it. Completely ripped off. So, this is just kind of like a display thing. I figured if I put it up high on a shelf where you can't see the top of it, it'll look alright. I'm actually not even considering this part of my collection because it's in such bad condition. So I'm just going to put it on display here in the game room, and then hopefully someday I'll get one that's complete in box and in much better condition to replace it. So we have a few more. From the Portland Retro Swap Meet in January, I picked up the box for the Super Nintendo Super Set Star Fox bundle. So it's a regular Super Set box, but it has the Star Fox sticker on here. And there's a lot of different bundles like this, but I didn't have this one yet, and I think it was like $50 for the box, and the styrofoam is in here. And obviously, I can get a copy of the game, I can get the system, controllers, and all that to complete it, so very awesome. Another boxed Super Nintendo here. Well, this is just a box and styrofoam, but this is a condition upgrade for one that I got fairly recently, but this one came into the store, and it's in just beautiful condition, so we have an extra one at the store already, but once I take my other one there, we're going to have two of them at the store, which is pretty cool, but that is the Super Nintendo Donkey Kong set. Like I said, this is just a condition upgrade. This box is in excellent condition, so I'm keeping that one. Get rid of my old one. Next up, I believe this one is also a condition upgrade, and this is just a regular old Super Set here, but it doesn't have the logo or the name of the doesn't say Super Set right here, so it's a little bit of a variant, but this one is fully complete. And then possibly one more condition upgrade here. This is the Atomic Purple controller bundle for the N64. What's really cool about this one is that the gray controller inside is brand new, never used. The person that brought this into the store bought it from the original owner, and he said that the original owner only played it for like 15 minutes, and he used the purple controller, which was out of the, the baggy's gone and everything, but the original gray controller still has the twist tie on the cable, it still has the little baggy over the cable, and then the baggy over the whole controller, so it's pretty clear that that controller is brand new. So what I'm going to do is probably, compare the box to mine, of course, but for that gray controller, I'm going to take it and put it into my gray controller box for just the regular gray controller by itself, so that one is going to be like in beautiful condition. So, super cool once again. And then the last one, which is really, really awesome, I also got this from the Portland Retro Swap Meet. I bought this from Kelsey from Pink Gorilla. I think I paid $25, and it's the box only, box and styrofoam only, for the NES Deluxe set. This is the one that comes with Rob the Robot, and Duck Hunt and Gyromite and all that. And like I said, it's just box and styrofoam only. I can get most of the pieces pretty easy. I don't have an extra Rob to put in here at the moment, but I'm not too worried about that. The box is the hardest part to find, of course. And this is in pretty nice condition as well. Like I said, also has the styrofoam, so that is super awesome. And $25 for this is a great price. So yeah, thank you to Kelsey for that. And now let's get on to the rest of the pickup video. We'll go through all the promotional stuff, the games, accessories, all that. Alright, so I'm going to start off by showing like a lot of the promotional stuff that I got. And I don't have everything to show. There are some things that have remained at the store. We got a gigantic Blockbuster sign, which if you guys have been watching the vlogs, you will have seen that. We also got a PlayStation 2 sign that came into the store, and then from the Portland Retro Swap Meet, I bought an Xbox sign. So those are all there, and then in addition to those, we also got a package that I bought from someone over Facebook, and it included like some countertop standees, a little Star Fox mobile thing that's hanging from the ceiling in the game store now, but there was a Pikmin 2 countertop standee, there was a Mario Party 5 countertop standee, the Star Fox thing like I said, and then like a Mario Party 6, not a standee, but like a piece of a standee. So that stuff is all at the store, but I do have some more things here. So we got this little countertop display standee thing. It's pretty pretty banged up, but it's for the NES Classic Game Boy Advance SP, and then also the NES Classic Series games. There's one other one of these here. So I'll show you guys that now. It's not the same, but it is the same like style. This one's way cooler though. This one is a Legend of Zelda Minish Cap one. Same little countertop display thing, but for the Game Boy Advance game, super, super cool. And then a couple other things in here that came with it. We got some Mario Kart 8 stickers, and this little Mario Kart 8 like shelf dangler thing. And then we also got the Mario Kart 8 flags. There's a bunch of them here. I haven't undone it yet, but you can like string them out and hang it up. And then the Mario Kart 8 flag. And then this one I've never seen, but it's another Mario Kart 8 flag, but it's like a small one, and it has Luigi on it. So pretty cool. And then the last little standee that I got, which I wanted this in the game room because it's just so cool. And I want the Pikmin 2 one here as well. That one's not going to be staying at the store, but this one here is the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Link to the Past Game Boy Advance version countertop standee. It's 3D, as you can see. It doesn't like stand up on its own, so I think originally it probably had some sort of base. Maybe it was just like a little plastic holder. The Mario Party 5 one that we got comes with a little plastic holder because it's just a vertical piece of cardboard. But this is super cool. Very glad to have that in the collection. I'm going to find a good spot to display that here in the game room. So moving on to some more little accessories and stuff. This one also came into the game store. It's a pack of Game Boy cases. So just like little plastic cases, you put your Game Boy cartridges in. There's, the boxed version of it, which is kind of cool. We also got this Super Mario 64 camera. Nothing super special, just kind of cool. Then we got the horizontal stand for the PlayStation 2, complete in box, of course. And then the Shantae Half Genie Hero Risky Beats CD. This is sealed. And then we also have a factory sealed Game Boy carrying case, which this is a really, really cool one, shaped like a big Game Boy Advance. So super awesome. Also from the package with all the standees, we got a Mario Kart 8 lanyard, and it has these little like information cards on the end. And then also a Mario Kart 8 keychain, which is still factory sealed. Pretty cool. And then another keychain, which I think someone traded this into the store, but it's a like thick rubber Gengar keychain. I thought that was super cool, so I'm holding on to that. And then this little Bowser figure here, I got when I was on tour with my band. We were in Montreal, Canada, and we had some time before the show, so Mike, Chris, and I, two of the other guys in the band, we walked down to Chinatown, and we found like a little anime shop that had a lot of like figures and posters and keychains and plushes and just all sorts of stuff. And they had this cool Bowser. It's definitely a bootleg, a knockoff, but I thought it was really, really cool, and I'm going to display him somewhere in the game room. I don't care if it's a bootleg. So that is pretty much it for like a lot of the weird promotional type stuff, but I backed a Kickstarter a while ago for a new N64 game called 40 Winks. It was almost completed back in the day. There was a PS1 version released, if not for other systems as well, I'm not sure, but the N64 one never came out, and Pico Interactive ended up purchasing the rights to the game, and they finished it, and they did a Kickstarter for it and released it. The tier that I backed, I think, was like the Ultimate Collector's Bundle or something. It was like $130, which is kind of expensive, but got a lot of cool stuff here. So we got 2 copies of the game. There's the regular version, I don't know which one is which, and then the other one's the Collector's Edition cover. It's just a cover variant. I'm not sure which is which, like I said, but same game inside. These are both still sealed. I've actually heard that the game is not good at all, so I'm probably not going to open them. But it also came with a soundtrack. It came with a plush, and this is the worst plush I've ever seen. You can like see his mustache underneath the nose there. There was like strings hanging off of him everywhere, and then look how it came. It's just ripped open on the back, so this is like the worst plush ever, but I don't know, it's just funny. And then lastly, with that bundle, it came with a custom controller. Came in just a regular white box, and this is a horrible controller. I've never used it, but it's just like a Tomy controller with the 40 Winks logo just, on there. So, still pretty cool. I'm glad that I backed it on Kickstarter, because it's not like an official release, but it's pretty much as close to a new official release as you're ever going to get for the N64. The game was supposed to come out. It was almost finished, and it just never did. And also now people are, like, that whole bundle, people are trying to sell for like $250 on eBay. So for $130, I think that's way more fair. So moving on to some actual games. I got 2 Wii U games for the collection, which I haven't added any Wii U games in quite some time because, I mean, at least like a new game. I might find like a sealed copy of a game I already have, but these 2 I didn't have at all. So we have Rapala Pro Bass Fishing and Cabela's Big Game Hunter Pro Hunts. These are both games I didn't have, and I found these both at the same store in Florida. It was called Game On Movies and Games. The price tags are still on the back there. So, very glad to get those. And then let's move on to some Switch stuff. I got 6 Switch games here to add to the collection. The first one I really wanted to get, and I think we bought this from Best Buy, I believe. And I tried it out, and it's just so boring. It's so easy and simple. I played it for like half an hour, and I'm probably never going to go back, and that was Portal Knights. And, I thought that it looked kind of cool. It just, I don't know. It just wasn't very good. So next up, there was like an eBay sale going on. If you guys watched the vlogs, I told you about it. But I got Aqua Moto Racing Utopia and Party Arcade, both factory sealed. I got these for, it was like $11 shipped for the pair, so you know, no-brainer. And then we have Shining Residence Refrain Draconic Launch Edition, I believe, for the Switch. It comes in a little steelbook here with a slipcover. Weird steelbook. It doesn't open up. It just holds the game in the side. This was traded into the store, and this is the only Switch game that I've kept from the store so far because it's just too cool. And then we have Dragon Quest Builders, which I absolutely love this game. If you guys have been, you know, watching the vlogs for a while, you will have seen that I played the crap out of this. The last time I played it was in the airport on my way to Florida, so it's been about a month now, but I will be going back to this at some point. Awesome game. And then, excuse me, the last Switch game is a factory-sealed copy of Valkyria Chronicles 4. This is the Memoirs from Battle Premium Edition. It's in this gigantic box here. Got this off of Amazon. My buddy Scott tipped me off to it. It was like $56 after shipping or something. So I thought that was pretty cool for a big limited edition like this. So moving on, I have the last N64 controller that I needed to complete the North American boxed set, and that is the standard gray one here. I got this from the Portland Retro Swap Meet. Super glad to get this. I think it was like $35, which is pretty fair. The box is going to need an upgrade eventually. It's got this weird damage right here. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Like, it's got the dent, but it's got, I don't know, it's like, let me see if I can get a close-up of it, make it focus. You can see like a bunch of lines. It's really weird, but this completes the North American set for the cardboard boxed versions of the controllers, for the official ones. So I'm very glad to get this, and I'm still working on the factory sealed set for the Fantastic controllers, and then I'm working on the Japanese set as well, and then of course the the European and Australian exclusives. I need to get those as well, but very glad to finish that set. And then I got some manuals that completed games that I already had. So a bunch of NES ones here. We got Pinball, Back to the Future, Double Dragon, Marble Madness, Contra, which will need an upgrade at some point, and then 10-Yard Fight, Joust, and Major League Baseball. So I had all the boxes for these already. I might still need some of the cartridges. I'm not sure. I'm not as worried about those, but I didn't have the manuals, so picked those up to complete my games. Couple N64 ones. Got the manual for the new Tetris, which I needed, and then Turok Dinosaur Hunter. I have the game complete, but I also have the Player's Choice version as a separate copy, and that one didn't have a manual, so grabbed that. It also came with the poster, which is nice. And then one Super Nintendo manual. I still need the cartridge, but I have the box, and that is Street Fighter Alpha 2. Super awesome to get that. And then the last one here was traded into the game store as a complete copy, and I was able to take the manual for my personal copy, and we're selling the disc and case at the store. But this was the only GameCube game in my entire collection that did not have a manual, and that is Gotcha Force. So I'm super, super happy to finally complete that game. I bought the disc and case from a game store in Eugene, Oregon, probably 2 years ago or something, and it was cheap enough that it was worth doing, and I decided to hold on to it for the collection, hoping that I'd find a manual at some point, and I finally did. It took forever, but I did it, so super cool right there. I also got a few cartridges to complete boxes and manuals that I already had in the collection. I got Final Fantasy VI Advance, Sword of Mana, and then Top Gear Pocket 2 for the Game Boy Color. And then I still need a manual for this one, but I got the cartridge for Big Mountain 2000 for the N64. And then two other N64 cartridges here. These were actually gifts from my girlfriend Abby, and these were basically Valentine's Day gifts, but I was gone for Valentine's Day. I was on tour in Florida, so she gave me these when I got back. And this is a Banjo-Kazooie Not For Resale. It's got the sticker on the back too, but it's got like a pre-played sticker over it. And the other one is the Banjo-Tooie Not For Resale, which is super cool. This one unfortunately has a warranty sticker like covering the entire sticker on the back, but still extremely awesome of her to get such a cool gift for me. That is super awesome, so thank you to Abby for those. I've got some DS games here. I guess I'll show these. First is nothing special but Pets Rescue Wildlife Vet, just a factory sealed game I didn't have. And then two pretty cool ones here. We have Tao's Adventure Curse of the Demon Seal. That one was traded into the store, as well as This one, I already had the case and manual for this, and I got this from the Goodwill outlet a long time ago, or someone got it from the outlet for me. But the cartridge was traded into the game store, like right when we opened, and I knew that I had the case, but the case was buried in the garage, so it took this long for me to pair them together and finally add it to the collection. But that is Magician's Quest Mysterious Times. This is a pretty hard to find DS game, and it's like, just a complete copy is something like 60 or 70 bucks. It's like, it's pretty ridiculous. So I was glad to finally complete that and get that in the collection. Got 2 original Xbox games added to the collection this time. Nothing super special. We got Still Life, which I picked up at a game store in Ottawa, Canada, I believe. It was like 5 for 20 or 3 for 20 or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty cheap. And then also, this one was traded into the game store, and that is Urban Chaos Riot Response. It's like a $15-ish game, just kind of like one of those uncommon ones that you don't see very often. I need to upgrade the disc at some point. It's got that, Blockbuster sticker on there, but still very nice to add that to the collection. And then some uncommon stuff here. I don't ever really add N-Gage games to the collection, but 2 of them got traded into the store. First is a factory-sealed copy of Pandemonium. Then the other one is opened, but a complete copy of Sonic N. So that's pretty cool. Other than these 2, the only N-Gage games I have in the collection are 2 copies of Tomb Raider, one of which is sealed, one is open. I found both of those at the same time at a Goodwill, so it took a while to get some more, so pretty cool there. And then the other one is a Philips CDI game, which I don't have many of these in the collection. This might even be the only one. No, I've got to have a couple others somewhere, but this one is very cool. This is traded into the store, and that is Hotel Mario. So, super awesome to get that. And then I also got a complete in box Game & Watch system, which is really awesome. The box isn't in the best shape, but it's not terrible. But that is Mario's Cement Factory. And we've gotten quite a few Game & Watches traded into the store, like a surprising number. Not a whole bunch of them, but for Game & Watches, you don't see them that often. I think we've had something like 5 or 6 of them already, which is really cool, but this is the first one in the box, and if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I only collect complete in box stuff, so at the minimum. So, finally glad to add the first Game & Watch to my collection. Very cool. So let's move on to some Game Boy stuff. So first up are just a couple complete in box Japanese exclusives. I'm not even exactly sure what they are. Whoops. This one, I believe, is Hamtaro. And this one, I think, is, well, it's Tamagotchi. But these 2 came from the Portland Retro Swap Meet. They were from Pink Gorilla's table. They have like a fill a bag for $10 type deal. And so whenever I see them doing that deal, I just grab whatever I can. So adding those to the collection. And then we have a box and manual only for a Game Boy Advance Video Pokemon one here. No cartridge, but it's not too hard to find. And then we have a complete in box copy of Tony Hawk's Underground. Not in the best condition, but I didn't have it. And then also Dr. Mario, also really in rough shape. The whole back is like pushed in and stuff, but didn't have it yet. And then I'm going to try to do these in like, save the best for last kind of thing. So we have Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. This is the Player's Choice version, so I already have it, but I didn't have the Player's Choice one, so I'm keeping it. I don't really seek that kind of stuff out, but when it comes to like Nintendo stuff, Nintendo cartridge-based systems, I'm going for the Player's Choice variants as well. And I'll do that for PlayStation 1 and PS2 and GameCube and stuff once I complete the Black Label sets. But for stuff like this, where it's much harder to find, because it's, boxes, I'll just keep them as I get them. So there's that one. And I also got the box and manual for Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. And then a complete copy of Pokemon Pinball. Super awesome. And then a complete copy of Drill Dozer. Some of these I got from Tyler up in Canada, the gaming file here on YouTube. And then found this at a flea market while I was in Florida. This is the box and manual only for Mega Man 2. And this is the Player's Choice version. No cartridge here, and the box isn't in perfect condition, but still, it was like $25, and I couldn't pass it up for that price. It's a very good deal. So moving on, I have only one GameCube game adding to the collection in this video, and that is a factory sealed copy of Scooby-Doo Unmasked. I believe this one was traded into the store. It's got some rips and stuff in the seal, so it's not perfect, but still factory sealed. And then some Wii games here. We have a factory sealed copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This one was also traded into the store. We have a complete copy of Opuna. I got this from Grimsy from Scott while I was down there. This is not a super easy to find game. It's not crazy expensive, but it's one of those like weird, I don't even know if it's an RPG or if it's just like a weird platformer type thing, but wanted to add that to the collection. And then I also got a factory sealed copy of Pikmin 2, and then a factory sealed copy of New You Mind Body Yoga and Pilates Workout. I actually got 2 of these while I was in Florida, 2 factory sealed ones from 2 different game stores, and according to price charts, this game sealed is about $50. I paid $5 for one of them and $20 for the other. They both have some rips in them, so they're not perfect, but I think this is the better of the 2, so the other one is going to the store. And then, I guess we'll do PS1 next. Got some pretty cool PS1 games. Not too many, but some good stuff. So first up is The Grinch. Just one I don't ever see, so I decided to hold on to it. Then we have Project Horned Owl, which I believe is a GunCon game. Or I believe at least it can be. So yeah, pretty cool there. And then we got Jade Cocoon. This one came into the store. And then the last one here, this was picked up only a couple days ago off of the Facebook Marketplace. I went to buy a bundle of Xbox stuff and asked if the guy had anything else, and this was included in the extra stuff that he hadn't posted but brought when we met up. So got a complete copy of Lunar Silver Star Story Complete in the big box and everything. It's all in there. Very glad to get that one. I still need the second one, and yeah, I love going after those big box PS1 collections. I'm just looking at behind the camera here. I've got the Grand Theft Auto collection, the Tomb Raider collection. So there's quite a few more. I need the Spyro, the Crash, the Medal of Honor. I think there's a Need for Speed one. There's a Ark the Lad collection. So I'm trying to go for all those. They're pretty cool. Let's go right from PS1 into PS2. So these are going to be in no particular order. There's nothing super special here, but some decent games. We have Urban Reign, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 3, Tales of Legendia, I think is how you pronounce it, Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files Dark Tournament, a sealed copy of Finest Hour, a sealed copy of Mega Man X Collection, that was traded into the store, a Japanese exclusive, the Baseball 2002, I can't remember the tagline, it's like something else, but a sealed copy of Madden NFL 09, and then a complete copy of B-Boy. So let's go on to Sega stuff. Got some cool stuff here. So first up, 2 Master System games. First one is Enduro Racer. I believe this was a donation from Mookjinder, package that he sent me. Looks like this one actually doesn't have a manual, so if anyone has a manual for this, let me know. It's got a poster in here. And then we also have Ghostbusters. Pretty cool one. And then I have 3 Genesis games here. First one up is Tailspin. And all 3 of these came into the store. The next one is Herzog's Y, I believe is how you pronounce it. Pretty uncommon game. The last one is also pretty uncommon. That's Blaster Master 2. This is the second copy that's been traded into the store. The first time it came in with a big bundle of stuff, and we paid up for it, and I just couldn't make the financials work to keep it. So I wanted the store to sell that one, but the second time it came in, I was able to make it work, so I was able to keep that one. I gotta reposition myself here. My foot's falling asleep. Alright, so on to Sega CD stuff. I also got these just recently from that Facebook Marketplace deal. There's some really, really cool stuff in here. In no particular order, I'm just going in the stack that it is. We have Dungeon Explorer. These are all complete. They all have the little foam pieces, and only one of the cases has like a broken tab or anything. Dungeon Master 2, Skull Keep, Dune, Battle Core, or Battle Corpse, however you want to say it. Unfortunately, this is the one that has a broken tab on the case, and I tried to switch it with one of the other ones, but the actual case is different. The little peg on the tab for this game is bigger than all the other ones, so I can't swap it, unfortunately, but that is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. Very, very happy to find that in a Facebook Marketplace deal, and I got an excellent price on everything. And then also the first Lunar, or Lunar, whatever it is. And then lastly is Dragon's Lair. So those Sega CD games, and then also the Lunar for PS1, they came with a bunch of other stuff, but I paid $120 total for all that stuff. There was also a Sega Genesis with a Sega CD Model 2, and there was also a PS1, and there was like some other PS1 games, including Breath of Fire 3, and just lots of good stuff, but $120 for all that was an excellent price. So, moving on, I have one more kind of like promotional item, Super Nintendo related, Nintendo Power related, and I talked about this for quite a long time in the video, in the vlog where I got it, but that is the Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run autographed baseball. So it's signed by Ken Griffey on the top. It's going to be kind of, I guess I can take it out. Signed by Ken Griffey on the top there. Focus. Stupid thing don't want to focus, but super awesome. The guy got this nice little glass case for it. He also got it authenticated by Beckett, so I got the certificate of authenticity as well. Super, super awesome. That came into the store. So, the only things I have left to show you guys are NES, Super Nintendo, and N64. Everything is a game except for this first one here. This is a factory-sealed NES 4-score. Pretty awesome. This came in with the baseball from the same guy. Super cool. Now let's get into the Super Nintendo games because I only have 4 of them here. Actually, some of these are just boxes of manual, but we have Disney's Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games. That is just box and manual, I believe, in very, very nice condition. Also, Tetris and Dr. Mario box and manual. So, I already have this one, but I only had the Player's Choice one, and it seems like every time I see this box, it's always the Player's Choice one. So, I was happy to get the original Black Label release, if you want to call it that. And then, I'm not even sure where this came from, but it's a factory-sealed Super Caesar's Palace. Probably came into the store. And then I also got a complete copy of Battle Cars. This one is opened, but it still has the plastic on it. It's just cut open at the end. I love getting games like that when I can. I think I got this one from Legendary Games here in Vancouver. So, super cool on that. I'm actually going to... Normally I would save N64 for last, but I got one NES game that's pretty special. If you guys have been watching the channel, you'll know what it is. But let's go with N64 here. I got quite a few... I'm closing in on the complete set, so if you have any boxed N64 games that you're looking to sell or trade, please let me know. I do have a list of the ones I still need. I still need a bunch of manuals as well. So, in no particular order, we have International Track and Field 2000, Clay Fighter 63 1/3, Nagano or Nagano, I don't know how to pronounce it, Winter Olympics 98, Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Road Rash 64, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. That one I think... Let me double check. Okay, no, this one does have a manual. I thought it didn't. Hercules with the plastic still on it. And when I say it has the plastic on it, I mean that it's opened, just has the plastic still, not sealed. Then we have Flying Dragon. I got some pretty like uncommon ones in here. Gauntlet Legends. Golden Nugget 64. That box is not in the best condition. Robotron 64. Turok Rage Wars. This one was a condition upgrade. The last one I had, the entire side of the box was ripped off. And then we have GoldenEye. This is the Player's Choice variant. I already have the standard one. Then we have All-Star Tennis 99. This is actually a factory-sealed copy. Very glad to get that one. I bought this off Amazon for like 35 bucks shipped, which is crazy because a loose cartridge sells for 20. So, if you're interested in getting one of these off Amazon, I think the seller has more. You can check it out. Then we got Pokemon Stadium 2, the last of the like really, really popular first-party titles that I didn't have. So with this, I've got every Pokemon, every Mario, every Zelda, every Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Banjo, like all that kind of stuff. This was the last one I needed. So very awesome. And then we have Iggy's Wrecking Balls. This one is a placeholder. There's no manual, plus the box is in horrible condition. It's just real bad, but it was the price of a cartridge, so I didn't want to pass on it, and it's just going to be a placeholder. Then we got a factory-sealed copy of Indie Racing 2000. Also from the same seller, a factory-sealed copy of Gex 64, which is a childhood game of mine, so very cool to get both of those sealed. And then the last N64 one, I did save the best for last, is a complete copy of Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. This is one of the more expensive games I still needed, so I'm very glad to get this. I have, actually the most expensive game that I still need is coming in the mail right now. I've talked about it on vlog, so you guys might know, but that'll be in the next pickup video. And so the most expensive N64 game I still need is going to be International Superstar Soccer 2000. And then other than that, I think I don't need any games that are more than $100. So we're getting down to the wire here. I think I got like 30, 35, 36 more to go. So help me out if you can. If you got any boxes or manuals, let me know. So we're going to move on to NES games now to finish off the video here. This has been a long one. Thank you guys for sticking through it if you made it this far. We have the Holy Diver Collector's Edition, which is a, I wouldn't say repro, but it's a homebrew, I guess, and or maybe like a English translated Japanese game. I'm not sure, but this is factory sealed. I bought a bundle of stuff off of eBay for the store, which included like a Chrono Trigger, a stack up for the NES, and then Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bunch of other stuff, and that was included in there. And I got such a good price that I basically didn't even pay for that, so that's going to the collection. So NES games, we got the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers box only, but it has the plastic on it, and it's in mint condition. I got this from a game store in Portland for like, or not Portland, in Florida for like $15. We got The Simpsons, Bart vs. the World. This is box and manual only, but it's got this gigantic rip on the back. It goes all the way down. So this is pretty much just going to be a placeholder. And we got Rollerball, Puzznick, Terra Cresta, and then the Jeopardy 25th Anniversary Edition. And then a factory-sealed copy of Roundball 2-on-2 Challenge. Not a super expensive game, but still cool to get a sealed NES game. This came into the store. And then the last two here, this one I got from the same game store that I got the Chip and Dale box from, and that is a complete copy of Power Blade, which is super awesome. It's got this little sticker on the spine, but other than that, it's in really, really nice condition. And then the last one here, which I'm sure you guys have seen, but if you only watch the pickup videos, you might not have, and that is a complete in-box copy of Little Samson. Little Samson, there's no P. But super happy to get this. It's in an acrylic case here. I also got one of these acrylic cases for my complete copy of Sculptor's Cut. But I've talked about this on vlog already, so if you want to go back, just look at the title of the videos, you'll see it for sure. But I'm super glad to get this. I got this from my buddy Josh Hamblin. We made the deal at the Portland Retro Swap Meet, but I didn't pick it up until about a week later. But this is a complete copy, and very, very glad to get this. I know that I focus on N64, I focus on like Super Nintendo, and you know I'm having a hard time finding any GameCube games I still need, but I do love collecting for the NES as well. And my neighbor, when I was a kid, my neighbor's older brother had an NES, and we'd play Excite Bike and Mario 3 all the time. And so I do really, really like the NES, and I love collecting for it. And I am pursuing a complete in-box collection. However, you know, I'm doing that for pretty much every single system that I collect for, but I only focus on certain systems at a time, and right now it's N64. So yeah, it's just really cool to be able to get this game and to knock it off the list, so that once I am focusing on NES, I don't have to think about this. It's just every other expensive game out there. But this is a pretty expensive one, and I was really glad to get it. And the acrylic cases make it look really, really nice. They just, like, this part slides open and then the game comes out the bottom. But super, super cool. Very glad to get that one, and that's going to do it for this pickup video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I have no idea how long this has been, but I know it's been super long, so I'm going to get going here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.